Okay, recorded.
How would I know it's recorded? Okay. How would I know it's recorded? Okay, never mind. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to all students from Advanced Stats UTM. So today we'll continue with our topic on tutorial on trust. Right, I have given the question in the Google Classroom. I hope that many of you have actually attempted the question. The first few questions, I would say the first 4 questions is very straightforward. And then you only have the question number 5 and 6, and these are the kind of question that you will find in your final exam. Yeah. So before we start with that, let's just go through the. Let me see. Okay. All right, question number 1. Okay, we will start with a very warm-up question. How many of you have done this question? Let me see. Ada tak? Kalau tak ada, kita tak payah buat kelas tutorial. We end the session now. Tak ada lah. Yes or no? Tak ada lah. Macam nak buat ni?
Ada tu kat chat. Tengok chat.
Ada doktor buat. Oh, dia tak cakap. Okay, boleh lah. 4 orang wakil. Okay lah. I will continue that. Okay. Alright, so for the first question, alright, remember that just as a recap, okay, trust, we have 3 types of trust. One is the discretionary trust. The other one is the non-discretionary trust. Non-discretionary trust means that the allocation or the percentage or the division for the trust is already decided. It means that it's final, but the discretionary trust means that it's up to the trustees to decide on how much is the amount to be given out to the beneficiaries. So the type of this trust, whether it's a discretionary trust or non-discretionary trust, will affect the amount of statutory income of the beneficiary. Yeah, means that if it's a then we have the total income of the trust, and then we also have the amount actually received by the beneficiary. Yeah, so the non-discretionary trust means that the amount is based on the total income. But the discretionary trust, the statutory income of the beneficiary depends the lower of amount received and the total income. Right. So the first question, in this case, beneficiary A and beneficiary B are both discretionary trust. So you must know how much they actually receive. So in this case, first you are given the total income of the trust is 60,000 and the distributed income of the trust is 50,000. And then you have the share of distributed income for beneficiary A and B is 12,500 and 37,500. So how are you going to decide how much is actually this allocation, right? So you were informed that, all right, for example, in this case, right, you know that the distributable income is 12,500 and 37,500, total is 50,000. Yeah, so it means that the district income 50,000. So from here, you know that 12,500, the allocation is over 50,000 is 1/4. Yeah, 37,500 is 3/4. So using the same amount, using the same allocation, apply that to the total income of 60,000. You get that? So you know that 60,000 is the total income. Using the same 1/4 and 3/4, you know that total income received by A is 15,000 and B received 45,000. So total income here is 60,000. So both are discretionary trust. when you talk about discretionary trust, it means that the statutory income of the beneficiary will be the lower of. So in the case of A, total income is 15,000, discrete income is 12,500, means that the lower income is 12,500. That is the statutory income of A. But for B, the total income is 45,000, discrete income is 37,500. Again, all right, the statutory income for B is also 37,500 because why? This amount is lower than the total income. So that answers your question number 1. Any question? Yes or no? Senyap je hari ni. Takut dengan Dr. Salwa Mana pergi? Okay tak? So far, any problem with this question?
No, doctor.
Okay, okay, let's go to question number 2. Alright. The question number 2 is about the same as question number 1. The difference is that, right? The difference is that there are 2 periods. In the same year of assessment, alright, for the first 9 months, the share is half-half. But for the next 3 months, the share is 3/4 and 1/4. Okay, so you have to divide the total income and the discrete income into 2 periods. For the first period, it means that for the 9 months, the trust total income will be 80 divided by half-half, for example. And discrete income also half-half. But the second period, then you will have your what? Discrete income based on 3/4, both total income and discrete income based on the 3/4 and 1/4. Then you decide, you get total income, all right, for the both periods. In this case, how many beneficiaries? C and D, kan? For the 2, C. So maknanya sekarang ni, you ada total income, you ada distributable income. Okay, period 1, right, I would say period 1 lah. Period 1, C and D. Alright, I suggest you to do that, something like that. Okay, C and D. So total income for the first period. So this one is the first period. Total income is 80,000. So 80,000 pun you kena divide into 2 periods juga. So jadi complicated sikit. Alright. So 80,000 times by 9/12 times by half. Isn't it? So itu C punya. How much is that? Can someone give me the answer? Is it 30,000? For the first period means that D akan dapat 50,000 from the first period. Do you get the same answer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so P2 untuk total income, maknanya now 3/4 kan? So maknanya for P2 will be 80,000 times by 3/12 times by 3/4. Because this one is for C, this one is for D. Okay, C is 3/4. So how much is that? 80,000 times by 3/12 times by 0.75. 15,000. How much is D? D should get, betul ke dapat 50,000 kat sini? Betul lah. Is it?
No, doctor, salah.
Kita salah je.
Salah.
Salah kan?
Hmm.
Okay, ni sekali. 80,000 times by 9/12 times by half. Sini. Tapi sini pun 30,000 lah patutnya kan? Isn't it? Sebab half-half.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. So maknanya the first period kat sini is 60,000, sini 20,000. Betul tak? So D maknanya akan dapat 5,000 kat sini. Am I right or wrong? 80,000 times by 3/12 times by 0.25. 5,000. Nampak tak? So daripada total income of 80,000, okay, first period 60,000, Second period is 20,000. First period is 60,000. You're going to divide between C and D half-half. So each one get 30,000. But for the second period, the 20,000 portion for 3 months, all right, C get 15,000 because entitlement is 3/4. D is 5,000 because entitlement now is 1/4. So you do the same for D1, I mean distributable income. All right, in this case, the distributable income amount is 60,000. So kalau 60,000, you times by 9/12. So the first period here is 45,000. You're going to divide 3/4 and half-half. Are you following? Nampak tak? Total distributable income is 60,000 for the year. So for the first period, right, is 9 months. So it's 45,000 for the first period. You're going to divide half-half between the beneficiaries. How much is that? 22,500. 22,500. But for the second period, you have only 15,000. All right, but in this case, you're going to divide 3/4 and 1/4. Yeah, 3/4 and 1/4 maknanya 15,000. 11,250. 3750. Okay, is my answer same as yours?
Yes, Doctor.
Sama I tak tahu, I tak buat lagi. I baru buat hari ni. I tak ingat pun I buat soalan ni. Sebenarnya I skip je soalan ni sebab simple sangat. Correct ah? So you understand the concept? But belum habis lagi. So for the year, you have to combine tau. Untuk C, how much is the, so let's see C mana dia color lain. Untuk C, dia punya total income is 30,000 plus 15,000. So total income berapa C? 45,000 for the year. Okay? But distributed income of C is 22,500 plus 11,250. How much is that? 22,500 plus 11,250, 33,750. Okay, you tell me, is this a discretionary or non-discretionary trust?
Discretionary.
Discretionary kan? Dia mention kat bawah tu, both are under discretionary trust. So what would be the income or the statutory income of C for 2019? For C. Ada tak? What would be the statutory income of C for 2019? Anyone? Tak ada?
33,750.
Why?
Lower off.
They're discretionary. So means that for C, you have to first determine how much is total income for C for the whole year. It means that from period 1, which is 30,000, period 2, 15,000. So total income for C is 45,000. But distributable income is 22,500 plus 11,250. So total 33,750. Because it's a discretionary trust, then your statutory income for C is 33,750, which is the lower of total income and DI. So you do same for your beneficiary D. It means that total income received here is 35,000, but here is 22 plus 3, which one is lower also. So the district income for D is also, that would be 22,500 plus 3,750. 26,250 kan? Tapi the amount here is 30 and 35,000. So maknanya total income or statutory income of D is still 26,250. So that would be the answer for question number number 2. Do you need any further clarification? Okay. Tak ada eh? Alright. So let's go to question number 3. This one dah a bit is a bit lah challenging sikit. Alright. So we see that here you have a gross business income of 100,000, rental income net of 20,000, business expenses, capital expenditure is 10,000 included, and accumulation for G is 20,000. Compute the total income of the trust is to be total income of the trust is to be distributed to K and L equally. Compute total income of the trust. Compute distributed income of the trust. Determine statutory income of each beneficiary. And then what is the impact of adjusting the total income of the trust? Okay. So first you have to determine how much is the total income of the trust. To do that, you have to start from section 4A, business income. In this case, you are given gross business income, and then you minus allowable expenses. In this case, business expense total is 40,000, but that 40,000 include capital expenditure. So from that 40,000, how much is the allowable expense?
30.
30,000 only kan? So
Yes.
you have business, so means that you buat lah, you punya, how you going to do it? Gross business income 100,000 minus allowable expenses 30,000. Right, let me do it here. I thought nak buat kat Excel tapi macam tak apalah, buat kat sini ya. Gross business income is 100,000 minus allowable expense of 30,000 only. Yeah, not 40. Yeah. So now, what do you call this? 70,000? What do you call that 70,000?
Statutory business income.
Sepatutnya bukan statutory, namanya adjusted income. Why? Because statutory is after you tolak you punya capital allowance. But in this case, because there's no capital allowance given, so we can assume that adjusted income is also statutory income of the business. All right. So I would just put here adjusted income. You only have adjusted income from the business, and then you have your rental, section 4. 4D, how much the rental? 20,000. Any more income? Tak ada dah. 20. Okay, so this one is your aggregate income. How much is that? 90,000. Any annuity? None. Accumulation is for G. So bila ada accumulation means that you have to compute how much? You have to compute the distributable income as well. Yeah. So kalau distributable income, so aggregate income, there's no annuity, no approved donation. So aggregate income is also your total income. Yeah. Your aggregate income is also your total income. Let's see your distributed income. Distributed income instead of 30, you're going to minus 40,000. So sini akan jadi 60,000 plus 20 sama. So kat sini jadi less 80,000. So you ada dua, distributed income and total income. Is this, I think that this one is a non-discretionary trust, isn't it? But because ada accumulation, how much is the accumulation? 20,000. So this one is 60. So you have to apportion your total income. Instead of 90,000, you can put 90 times by distributable income minus accumulation over distributable income. Do you remember that formula? Bila ada accumulation, you have to find the distributable income. Yeah, and then you time distributable income minus your accumulation 20,000 over 60,000. So your total income here is deemed to be 90 times by 40 over 60. So jadi 60. Betul ke ni? 40 over 60 times by 90. Betul lah 60. Do you get 60,000?
Yes.
Bila you dapat 60,000, then you're going to divide between K and L equally. So each one will get how much? Each one will get how much? 30,000 lah. Daripada 60,000 ni, you divide into half-half kan? So the first one, compute total income of the trust. Total income of the trust is 90,000. Kena jawab yang tu. Distributed income of the trust is 80,000. Statutory income of each beneficiary dan jadi 30,000. Why? Because bila ada accumulation, you have to recompute your deemed total income. Alright. So what is the impact of adjusting total income of the trust? It means that initially it was 90, then you adjust jadi 60. Impact dia apa? Lower lah statutory income. Bila lower statutory income means that the beneficiary will pay lower tax. Alright, because why? The statutory income take into consideration accumulation as well as the distributable income. Yeah, so that answers your question number 3. Anyone got the different answer? Ke tak ada no answer sebab tak buat lagi?
Okay.
Sama ke tak?
Okay, can you hear me though?
Yes.
For ratio actually, is it like the 80 minus 20 by 80 instead of 60, yeah?
Hold on. Betul. Kenapa ambil 60 ya? 80 lah. Should be 80. 80 minus 20 over distributable income. Isn't it? So what is the deemed total income now? So you have to do first. Then you can check the answer to me.
7,500.
60 over 80 times by 90. So that, apa tadi? 60 over 80 times by 90. 67,500 is it? So your deemed total income is 67,500. Then this one you divide half lah. Okay. So that would be your statutory income of the beneficiary. Alright. So far your total income remain the same. Distributed income remain the same. But it's just that the formula you have to change because aku tak tahu kenapa ambil 60 tadi. Patutnya memang distributed income minus 20. Yeah. This is accumulation. 80 distributed income minus 20 over 80 balik lah. Then you get 67,500. Any more adjustment? Okay tak ni? Okay ya? So we take this answer. Okay lah kot. Yeah. So let's go to the question number. Let me see chat. Okay, doktor. Okay, let's see question number 4. Question number 4. Here is a mixed trust. What do you mean by mixed trust? Saya bagi soalan kan, what is a mixed trust?
Have discretionary and non-discretionary portion.
Yeah, the trust has both discretionary and non-discretionary. So previously kita tengok both trust ada, question number 1 tu memang dua-dua discretionary, question number 3 non-discretionary. But here question number 4 you have both discretionary trust and non-discretionary trust. So you must identify which one is the non-discretionary and which one is the discretionary trust. So how many beneficiary you have here? Let's see. We have distributed income of 60,000, total income of 75,000. Based on trust deed, 3/4 is to be distributed to K and L. So bila you nampak macam ni, you know that K and L dia ada put aside dah is a non-discretionary trust. The balance 1/4 shall be distributed to M, who is actually discretionary trust. And then you're given amount received from the trust as follow: KLM 16, 40 and 2,000. Determine the distributed income of the discretionary portion and non-discretionary portion. Determine the total income of the trust of the discretionary portion and non-discretionary portion income of the trust. Tadi nak distributed income dulu kan? And then determine the statutory income of K, L, and M. So in this question, all right, for me, you don't have to compute from the very beginning lah. What you can do is that you can have total income kat sini, distributable income kat sini. So you already know that total income is 60,000, distributed income is 75,000. Okay, and then you know that this non-discretionary is KL and discretionary trust is M. So KL is 1/4 and
Doctor.
3/4. Yeah, sorry.
Total income dengan distributable terbalik. Dia total
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Total income is actually 75,000. Distributable income is 60,000. Thank you. Means that you are listening. Okay, now KL is 1/4, 3/4. Macam mana buat tu Oh, 3/4. Well, then you divide. So 75,000, 3/4 is 56,250. There you get that? All right. This one, 3/4 untuk these two is 56,250. Okay? Macam mana nak buat Soalan dia, this is income of the, okay. Baik, kita buat macam ni, naik atas sikit lah. Kalau pakai Excel kan senang. Total income, distributable income, 75,000, 60,000. AI siap beli ni tau. Lazy Susan ni kat IKEA. Senang nak pusing-pusing macam tu See? Not bad Okay. Okay, now is 3/4 is 56,250. Right? So then you know that from 56,250 times by 1/4, you got 14,062.50. 42,187.50. M is 50 from 75,000, 1/4 lah sebab sini 3/4 is the non-discretionary portion. Discretionary portion tinggal 1/4 of this from that 75,000 kali 0.25. 18,750. Okay. Distributable income, amount of the trust is as follow. So means that kenapa you bagi distributed income then? Dia nak juga tu jawapan dia discretionary portion and non-discretionary portion tu. Kenapa 16, 40 and 2 tak dapat pun 60,000 kan? Any idea? Kenapa you dapat sini 60,000? Determine the distributed income of the discretionary portion. Anyone can help me on that? I think that you just compare that with your, okay lah, sebab ada soalan distributed income tu. So what you do is that from this 60,000, you divide 3/4 and 1/4. Okay, so then you get the distributed income lah. But when talk about total income of the trust, discretionary portion and non-discretionary portion would be these two amount lah. Yeah, total income of the trust based on non-discretionary and discretionary portion will be 56,250 and 18,750. Kalau distributed income, then from that 60,000, you divide lah into 3/4 and 1/4. 3/4 is the non-discretionary portion. 1/4 is the discretionary portion. But when it comes to the statutory income of KLM, then you have to compare KLM. That would be KL because it's a non-discretionary. Then it would be based on the amount of the total income. But when it comes to M, because M is a non-discretionary, you also have to look into how much he actually received. He actually received 2,000 only. Yeah, because then you compare amount received dengan total income, then it will be the lower of lah. Yeah, the lower of 2,000 means that even though the TI of M is 18,000, M will only be taxed on that 2,000 because he actually received 2,000 only. So the statutory income is on the lower of. So for that, all right, we are going to tax this 2,000 on M.
Doctor, what about the yang atas tu yang 1/4 of distributable income?
1/4. Ini you nak dia sebab even the 1/4, how much is the 1/4? Dia tak kira yang tu. Dia kena dia compare total income. Even 1/4 pun I nak 60,000 divide by times 5.25, dapat 15,000 kan? You tak pakai 15, you akan compare this. Sebab kat sini amount received from the trust. So formula dia memang compare total income dengan amount received.
Okay.
District income may be 15,000 kat sini, but dia tak dapat 15,000, dia dapat 2,000 only. Maknanya trustee simpan the balance, you know. Dia tak distribute everything to M.
Okay.
Any other question? Maybe I'm wrong, tapi I rasa that's how it should be lah. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, question number 5. Question number 5, baru 34 minutes ya. I give you a break for 5 minutes dulu. Ya. Dr. Sawa boleh stop recording for a while. Pause recording, then I come back at 11, make it 50 minutes lah. So 50 minutes break ya. We come back, ni baru berapa minit kita lecture ni? 40 minit. Okay lah. 5 minutes break ya. I come back at 11:50. See you soon. Siapa nak share jawapan dulu? How much your total income? I check whether right or wrong. How much is your total income? Question number. Oh, sorry, I tak ada jawapan. Tak boleh lah nak check. Hahaha. Jadi kena buat sama-sama. Right, a non-discretionary trust has been set up by Mr. Kim for the benefit of his beneficiaries. A non-discretionary, did I mention a non-discretionary trust? In accordance with the trust deed, Mr. Ko, a resident of Malaysia for income tax purpose, has been appointed as trustee to the trust body. The trust deed contains the following terms. Madam Eun Sang, oh ni cerita Eun Sang, DS, Korea, will be paid 1,000 ringgit per month throughout her lifetime till she remarries. So this one is what we call annuity. The trustee, Mr. Ko, is allowed 10,000 per annum for services rendered in administering the trust body. So in this case, yes, the trust body paid him, but the amount is non-deductible in arriving to total income. The remainder of the trust income is to be equally divided between two sons for their maintenance and education expenses. And the income of the trust is from business, 160,000, rental, 100,000 gross, interest, 48,000, dividend, 110,000. Other information, expenses related to business, you have revenue expenses, capital expenses, and capital allowance. Expenses include Malaysian property rented out are as follows: ordinary repairs and maintenance. This one is for your property, right? For your rental income above 100,000, then you can minus your ordinary repairs and maintenance. You can't minus your depreciation, but you can minus your assessment and quit rent. Required, calculate the tax payable by the trust body for the year assessment 2019. 61.2 is not applicable. What is 61.2? What do you mean by provision 61.2 is not applicable?
The tax is paid by the trustee.
Tax is at the trust level or the beneficiary level? Trust level. And the 61.2 is applicable, means that it's at the beneficiary level. Calculate beneficiary statutory for both I and number 1 and number 2. So means that what is the statutory income of the beneficiary under 61.2 and under not 61.2? Okay. All right. Okay. So this question, all right, number 1 is that you have to determine how much is the, in this case, statutory income of the business. Then you have adjusted income of your rental, and then you have interest income, and you also have your dividend income. Yeah, it doesn't say dividend is from overseas or Malaysia, so we assume that the dividend is from Malaysia, tax at the company level, so the dividend should be final. From the aggregate income, then you can minus annuity, which is 1,000 ringgit per month for Miss Eun Sang, Madam Eun Sang. And there's no donation, so that will give you your total income. So how much is your total income now? Mana? You will have your section 4A. Business. Business income, gross amount is 160,000 minus allowable expense. How much is that? Allowable is 40,000. Capital expense non-deductible, so your adjusted income is 120,000 minus capital allowance of 15,000. So your statutory income is 105,000. You get the same?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have your rental income. Section 4C dulu, interest. Dividend is, what point under dividend? Final. Interest is 48,000. Okay. Then you have section 4D, rental. When you do your tax com, you must follow, yeah. The format is section 4A, 4C, 4D. You don't simply jump everything in, yeah. Section 4D, then you have rental of 100,000 minus allowable expense is 5,000, which is the ordinary repairs. Then you minus quick rent and assessment, which is 2,500. So sikit je expenses dia, 100,000 minus 5,000 minus 2,500. 70,000. Betul ke? Takkan kot. Salah ni salah. 100,000 minus 5,000. Ini pun nak kena pakai calculator kan. 2,500. 92,500. Okay. So this, how much is your aggregate income? Now you add on lah. You punya statutory income plus 48,000 plus 92,500. So that give you aggregate income is 245,500. Okay. Then minus annuity. How much the annuity? 1,000 per month kan? So 12,000 per month. 12,000 per year. So 245 minus 12,000. You should get 233,500 as your total income. Right? 233,500. Do you get the same answer?
Yes.
Okay. 233,500 is your total income. So dah dapat dah benda tu lah. Okay. So I want to wrap it off. Remember your total income is 233,500, but you must have this working in your answer. Yeah. So you must show me. So each one ni kat sini ni dia akan bagi satu tick tau. Dia akan bagi tick, 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 tick like that. So you must show everything in your answer. So let's wrap this off.
It's 12 o'clock.
Okay. Now you have total income 233,500. Okay. When it says that 61(2) is not applicable, so company the tax payable would be at 24%, right? Times 0.24. Then you will answer, your answer for the first question is 46,000, 4640. 56,040. All right, our total income at 24%. So that answer your part 1. Part 2, tax payable by the trust body 2019 is 0 lah. Because why? Bila you apply 61(2), there's no tax paid at the trust level, so the answer should be 0. The income of the beneficiary under 1 and 2. So let's see under 1. Beneficiary, who are the beneficiary? Son 1 and 2 sons. Equally divided, right? So let's see 61(2) not applicable. Boleh macam tu. Right? Then if you were to apply 61(2), so how is it going to be? So 61(2) means that son 1 and son 2 would be assessed on this amount, gross amount. Yeah, it's always assessed at gross, means that 23,500 divided by 2, assessed at 116,750. Okay, assessed at gross Sun pon Sun tu 116750. The difference is that later kita ada apa? We have tax credit. Ya, section 110 set off is the same. Right? Cuma kat sini you ada set off of how much? Kali 0.24. 28,020. This is the tax liability from here. Right, we are going to give this tax credit set off to each Sun 1 and Sun 2. Alright, so it means that even though you receive if after tax, but when you assess, it's always assessed at gross. Assessed at gross, then we give you the tax credit. Okay, if you apply 61(2), of course, in this case, there's no tax paid by the trust. It means that everything is distributed to here, to the beneficiary, right? So beneficiary actually get 116750. The cash flow received by the beneficiary is 116750. But because there's no tax paid yet on the income, so now we are going to pay tax on the income received by the beneficiary. There's no tax credit under 61(2). Yeah, so that answers your part 2 lah. Part 3 where it said that calculate beneficiary under 1 and 2 means that you will assess the same gross amount, right? The difference is that under this, all right, where tax at the trust level, beneficiary will be given tax credit. But if you apply 61(2), there's no tax credit tax given to the beneficiaries. So that answers your question number 5. Okay. Question number 6. I don't want to go through lah question number 6. Boleh tak? Huh? How much? Okay. How those who have attempted this question number 6 and 7. What is you are given? This one is very it's almost the same, right? It's just that because is this a discretionary or mixed? Set up by Mr. Handsome. And then Evelyn annuity. Evelyn is the wife. And then you also have 1,000 per month, another annuity. This one is not accumulation. Okay, when you say that 1,000 per month be paid to his only daughter, so that is an annuity, all right? Or we call it as a periodical payment, whatever lah, yeah? But it's not accumulation. Bila accumulation, I can mention the amount is accumulated, yeah? Make a difference on that. So in this case, you have 2 annuities. One is for the wife and the other one is for the daughter. After which she would be given 1/4, and then the trustee, Mr. Good, is also allowed 12,000 per annum. The remainder of the trust income is to be divided 1/3 to sister. The remaining is deemed fit, which is the 2/3 between 2 sons. So now we have mixed trust. All right, we have the non-discretionary to the sister, discretionary to the sons. And the trust body derive following income for the year ended. All right, you have business income, rental, interest, and dividend. And then in 2019, the daughter, 19th birthday. So it means that the daughter will continue to receive annuity because the law says that until she reaches 21 years old. So in 2019, the daughter is still 19 years old, means that she will continue to receive the annuity. Sons attending local universities. So there's a question regard to the relief. So remember that we are not actually looking at the income tax computation for the individual, yeah. So we are not looking at the relief 4,000 ke 6,000 sekarang. And then we have expense related to business. So you have to decide which one is the allowable expense, right? So because in this case there's no accumulation, right? And then expense income on Malaysian property in the year, amount distributed to elder son and second son. Calculate the tax payable by the trust body, and then calculate beneficiary statutory income from the trust body. So can I have any one of you, how much is your total income? Siapa
Doctor,
dah? Ah?
the total income is 202,300. No,
Ah? Lagi sekali 200, 2000,
300.
220.
202,300.
Okay. Hmm,
No.
Kenapa tak sama? You have a different 45,600.
45,600.
Kat mana pergi tu? Okay. Okay, let's go first. What is your statutory income? Huh. What is your statutory income? Then I want to know what is your aggregate income.
My statutory income is 179,500. No.
Kat awal-awal lagi dah salah macam mana? Okay, let's see. How do you get your statutory income? Okay, your business income ada 160,000 kan?
Yes.
160 minus allowable expense 45,000.
Yes.
160,000 minus 45,000. And
Okay.
then renovation tak boleh, then tolak 35,000. So macam ni you dapat statutory income.
Salah.
Kenapa salah? Are you show me your working?
Oh, wait. How to show you, doctor?
Entah, boleh share tak? Boleh share tak?
Not sure.
Tak boleh kot Okay, you tunjuk muka you, tunjuk kat I.
Tunjuk muka.
Tunjuk you punya ni.
Mak tunjuk what, doctor?
Tunjuklah dekat screen tu jawapan you macam tu.
Oh, I buat dekat Excel, doctor.
Oh, buat kat Excel.
Oh.
Kenapa tak dapat? Kan sepatutnya, kan ni 100,000. Kan?
Okay.
It's a gross.
Okay.
Lepas tu you buat apa?
And then, doctor, rental tu tak tambah
Rental kan 4D kat bawah lah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Asing
and then-
gitu. Orang kata 4A, 4C, 4D asing-asing. Kau campur kenapa?
Okay.
Tadi I tunjuk buat 4A dulu, buat 4C, 4D. Baru dapat aggregate income. Okay, buat balik.
Okay.
Orang lain buat juga Sekali tak dapat lagi total income yang betul, I tak akan tunjuk jawapan.
Okay, this 156,700.
Siapa tu?
Uh,
Who's that?
wait,
Wei Kang ah?
yeah.
Bisa you. You jangan cakap kat dia orang macam ni dapat lagi. Okay, that's correct. Your total income should be
Okay.
156,700.
Wow. Okay.
So you should get you must show me first your section 4A.
Okay.
Lepas tu 4C, dividend kan?
Yes.
Dividend single tier final. And then you also have interest. Interest here is from UK. Bila from UK you have exam. Dividend from Malaysia final. And then you buat 4D rental income 100,000.
Okay.
Minus. Then you go to expense related to rental is that ordinary semua ni, all these three ni. Right, all these you can deduct in arriving to your adjusted rental income. So that's how your adjusted rental income should be 89,500. Then you have your aggregate income. How much is the annuity? Dapat tak? Masih mencuba ke apa? Dah kecewa. Okay. Okay, you have your business income. You buat macam ni. Business income gross berapa, then minus revenue expenses. In this case, Dr. Sawa has nicely done the distributed income. But I think that I'm not sure whether distributed income is relevant here because tak ada accumulation. Yeah, there's no accumulation. So the deemed income is, you don't have to compute actually. Alright. But here because we have business income, then you have statutory income of 90,000. Dividend single tier is final. Interest from foreign source is exempted. Then you have rental income minus all the allowable expenses. You get adjusted rental income of 89,500. Then total up all your income, you have aggregate income of 179,500. So how do you get this annuity? 22,800.
For wife and daughter times by 12.
Sebab kalau I akan buat macam ni, annuity, daughter juga kan?
Yes.
Daughter tadi minus 12,000. Kat sini, wife dia berapa tadi ya?
10,800.
Macam tu? Kan? So ada dua annuity, satu for Evelyn, satu lagi untuk daughter. Trustee fees is not deductible, alright, but it affect your distributed income. Donation, there's no approved donation. There you have your total income of 156,700 and tax at 24% is 37,600. Is that clear? Okay. In this case, because tak ada accumulation, so it will not affect your distributed income punya amount lah. Yeah. So your total income would still be 156,700. But remember that the beneficiary, alright, dia ada dua. One is a non-discretionary portion, which is 1/3 to the sister. The discretionary portion is 2/3 lah, alright, 2/3. So 1/3, 2/3, 2/3 is the non-discretionary portion. So 1/3, because 1/3, then whatever 156,700 times by 1/3 lah. So you should get to the sister because it's non-discretionary portion, then the 52,233 would be the statutory income of the sister. Alright. But the 2/3, alright, the balance non-discretionary portion to the son 1 and son 2 divide equally. So each one will get half-half lah. Alright. But half-half maknanya son 1, son 2, half-half. Deemed trust total income. Sekejap kenapa ni tak sama Mana you dapat D37, C39? D37. Can you help me? How much is your trust total income? I thought that because it's 50-50 kan? Eldest son, you receive 45 and 36,000. The remaining 2/3, okay, let me see. Okay, it says that the remainder of the trust income, the remaining 2/3 to be divided between two sons as deemed feed. Dia bukan 50-50 ya. As deemed feed by the trustee for their maintenance and education expenses. So bila deemed feed ni, then you have to decide lah how the trustee has divided the amount, right? So now kalau tengok balik, new share, okay. So the basis would be, okay, the basis would be based on this 45 and 36,000 lah. Okay, I will just put this, insert satu lagi. So, right, 81,000. Based on the amount received by you are going to decide how much actually distributed the portion. Kita nak this pembahagian ni sebab dia tak cakap 2/3 ni how to divide between the son 1 and son 2. So you have to have some basis lah. So nak dapatkan basis dia, you akan gunakan amount received 45,000 to Sun 1, 36,000 to Sun 2, so total 81,000. From there, you know that, oh, Sun 1 actually dapat 56%, Sun 2 dapat 44%. So using the same portion, 56%, you times by the 2/3 portion lah, 104,467. So from there, you should get 58,037 untuk Sun 1 and Sun 2 dapat 46,430. Is that clear on this part? Are you clear?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so okay, now is the trust income. But remember that because both Sun 1 and Sun 2 is a discretionary portion, then you kena compare lah. The deemed trust income comparekan dengan amount received, then the statutory income would be the lower of. So again for this, the lower of is 45,000, so statutory income is 45,000. Similarly for Sun 2, alright, deemed trust income is 46,430, but the amount received is 36,000, then you are going to assess on that 36,000. The other income, don't forget ya, beneficiary, bila soalan tu tanya income of the beneficiary, not only sister and sons, but also ada daughter dapat annuity ya, and the wife also receive annuity. Ya, so statutory income, the wife ni actually, wife pun actually, betul lah, ada annuity amount lah, ya. So don't forget these two. Sini kat sini kadang student forget, so dia dah hilang 2 ticks lah. Alright, for income of the daughter as well as for the wife, because all these they are also the beneficiaries, so you have to list down their income. And katalah ada another daughter ke another son yang dapat accumulation, you have to write down their name. Alright, son 3 lah contohnya, for example you have son 3 got accumulation, then you put that non-taxable, because accumulation is not taxable in the hands of beneficiaries. It's capital in nature, right? So that covers your question number 6. What about question number 7? Adam Smith. The question almost similar to question number 5. All right, we have wife, children, second child, third child. And then you have trust income from rental, interest, and dividend. But the story is more interesting, right? It says that in June 2019, a stepsister of Adam filed a claim for a share of the income from the trust. Mary engaged a lawyer to handle the case. After studying the claim very carefully, the lawyer suggested that the trust settle the claim out of court. And Mary made a payment of 65,000 to the stepsister and incurred legal fee of 15,000. An agreement was signed on January 2020 that the stepsister shall relinquish all her rights to the trust income. During the year, RIB issued additional assessment for the year assessment 2018, asked the lawyer to appeal and pay 10,000 ringgit legal fees. All right, Mary managed the business and also matters arising on account of the trust, and she charged 38,000 for managing the trust. This is very important. Yeah, this part is very important. These various expenditure, the one that we mentioned, all these, all right, charged to the trust business account. So under your business income, under expenses, all these included under that. Then you have to decide, are all these expenses deductible expense or what you call allowable expense? It says that charged under expenses, and except for these charges, the tax agent has confirmed that the balance of other expenses are in compliance with section 33(1). It means that all these expenses actually is a non-allowable expense. Why? Because this one nothing to do with the business income. All right, this one is a non-business expenses but charged in the business account. Right, under expenses. So you have to identify those expenses at back, right? It's not allowed. For the year assessment, the trust is entitled to capital allowance, balancing charge, and then unabsorbed losses. So this question put together everything under the format of your chargeable income. So you have to be clear where is balancing charge, where is balancing allowance, where is capital allowance, where is the business loss brought forward. All this comes together. It must be in the correct format, yeah. And also an unabsorbed capital allowance brought forward of 80,000. The result of the business for a financial year ended 31 December, you have a gross business minus expenses, then you have your net income. So this expenses, remember, it mentioned that all expenses, legal fees, bayar kat stepsister, whatever expenses that you paid, all right, is all inside these expenses. So you have to do adjustment for that. And you are also given that the gross distributed income is already given. So you don't have to do another column to compute your distributable income. Because why? In this question, you do have accumulation. Bila ada accumulation, then you have to compute your distributable income. But in this question, the amount is given. So you can just take 358,598 as your distributable income before accumulation. So you are required to compute total income of the trust, statutory income of the beneficiaries, and tax liability of trust, George and Joanne. So in this case, it goes further up because why? In this case, they ask you for the computation of the tax liability. Okay, the trust, you know that is rate tax at 24%. George, all right, George, remember that George is a non-resident person. So from the chargeable income, all right, you just get whatever times by 28% because George is a non-resident person. And then Joanne apa? 1/2 of the income. Okay, so you have to compute how much is it, then determine the tax liability of Joanne. Okay, so how many of you have done this? What is your, give me your statutory income from business. What is your statutory income from business? That 386,429. Is that your statutory income? No. Okay, let's, before we go into statutory income, what's your adjusted business income? Adjusted income from the business. Okay, not accurate, but dah dekat-dekat.
94.
Lagi? Weh, you ada miss satu benda lah, weh. Management fee kena is a non-allowable expense. The trust fee, the trustee fees.
But tapi dia carrying business, right? So is it okay? Ada mention.
Doctor?
Yes.
Wait. Is it 594,212?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thank you.
Kenapa tak dapat ni? It should be 594,212. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Adjusted business income 594,212. I don't want to show the details, but I will just write down here that your business income is 594,212. What is your SI? Statutory income from the business. And make sure that your format is correct, ya. You can ada from your adjusted income. Remember, plus balancing charge minus capital allowance. Capital allowance under brought forward, ada current year, ada balancing allowance. Then only you have your statutory income. So how much is your SI?
504.
No. You dah masukkan.
Loss.
CA dia brought forward, ada current year campur balancing allowance. Lepas tu ada balancing charge kat atas.
424.
524,
424.
424.
429.
Banyak suka hati. Mau berapa ni? You
Okay,
add
one
kan you
more.
punya 424, 429. Okay, betul.
Betul. Okay.
Betul. 424, 429. Siapa dapat? 424, 429. I don't want to show you your my answer. Ha ha ha. Yeah, your SI should be 424, 429. Siapa tak dapat boleh tanya. Siapa dapat tadi? Ha.
Okay, Doktor.
Okay ah?
Doctor, can I ask something?
Yes.
For the trustee, right, 8,000, right? Since
38,
in the
yes.
question it mentioned that this will require Mary carry on the business after this date. So is it the 8,000 of trustee mentioned is allowable?
Okay. Mary manage the business and also matters arising on account of the trust. So maksud dia 38,000 to pay not only for business but also for managing the trust. So it's not fair. Unless dia boleh pecahkan, remember that for you to claim the management of the business, kalau dia bagi manage the, but the 38,000 is for managing the trust. If they give you the breakdown, okay, managing the trust 38,000, 8,000 for manage the business, then 8,000 is deductible. You get that? But in this case, the 38,000 is for managing the trust. Even though she engaged manage the business and also arising from the trust on a full-time basis, but dia tak ada breakdown tu. So RIB dia tak akan bagi you claim on that 38,000. Do you get that? So that's why that 38,000 is non-allowable expense. Okay. Okay, next is your, give me your aggregate income. Give me your aggregate income dulu lah. What is your aggregate income?
Doktor.
Yes.
379.
Income ya? Okay, berapa? 379.
867.
4. Right, 25,891. Mana you hilang?
25,891.
You dah tolak tak?
Loss.
Apa ya? Loss dah tolak?
Dah.
Apa yang beza sangat ni?
Okay, sekejap ya.
Kira sekali. Aggregate income. I'm waiting. Rasa lama dah kelas kan? Tapi baru 1 jam setengah. Okay.
So 405,785.
Okay, 405. 785. Alright, agreed. That's your aggregate income. 405,785. It should be from your statutory income minus loss brought forward plus your rental income, interest on fixed deposit, dividend from Malaysia is final, dividend from Singapore is exempted. So you should get aggregate income of 405,785. And how much is your total income?
Uh, 369,785.
Yeah, 369,785, because why in between you have annuity of 36,000 paid to the wife. So the annuity is 800 throughout her life. So 900 ni soalan. Tu buat soalan mu apa sekarang? 7 ya. Annuity 36,000 kat situ Mary ya. So that 36,000 is deducted from your aggregate income. So your total income should be 369,785. Okay. Next is your, what is your deemed total income? What do you mean by deemed total income? Kenapa you kena kira deemed total income?
Sebab ada accumulation.
Yes. Tapi to compute that, you must get the distributable income. Distributed income is given, so you don't have to compute that distributed income. It was given to you how much? 358,598. 358,958 minus accumulation. How much is the accumulation? Of 30,000. Oh. 358,958 kan? But deemed total income sama dengan 369,785 times by like that. Okay. So your deemed total income is actually your total income which you already have got from here. Alright, times by distributed income minus accumulation over distributable income. So how much is your deemed total income?
388.9.
Modalnya tak ada pula dia tu. Three four nine 420 ke? Is that your deemed total income? It should be 369. Three four nine 420. That would be your deemed total income. Okay, now I want to share you this part. For 05785 apa Bekang?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Okay, are you seeing this? Daripada total income tadi, kan? You have your distributable income of 358,598. And then minus accumulation, then you have total income after accumulation. So I would say this one as A, this one as B, this one as, this one is, okay lah. Macam nak buat this one is C. C, this one is B. Alright, so your deemed total income is actually A times by B, salah B, C over B. Am I right? C is your distributable income.
It's bill.
Salah.
B over
Ini
C.
lah. Ni B, C.
Ya.
So, A times by B over C lah kan? C
Correct.
over B lah.
C over B.
C. Okay. C is actually your distributable income minus your accumulation. So you should get your deemed total income. So your discretionary portion. You ada, sekejap nak tengok balik.
Oh, it's a bit. Sorry, Doctor.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Doctor, for the row 29, right, the C, I think is something wrong. Because the C actually the total income already.
Which
Of
which one? 29?
The formula. Yeah. Yes, correct. This one I think should be just my right formula.
I don't get
And
you.
the formula, the answer itself actually,
formula is
is
wrong,
the deemed total income. The one just minus, right?
1 minus 328598
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So your deemed
Yes.
total income is 338849.
Yes.
Kenapa salah dia pun tak perasan. Sorry, thank you. Okay, now is deemed total income. Sebab I did not do this question answer sebenarnya. Okay, now we have first is George, who is a non-resident. His is a discretionary, is that right? So discretionary, so total income must be now based on this ya. Ya, total income. So sekarang ni dia buat apa ni? Asyik tak buat based on this. What is this? Okay, hold on. I need to look again at the. Kenapa tak boleh ni? Stop share. New share. Okay, let's look at the. Kenapa dia tak ada? Okay. George, 1/4 of the trust distributable income paid at the discretion of the executor. So George is discretionary. Joanne and Amanda, 1/2 of the balance of the trust income of accumulation for the last child, Jonathan. So Joanne and Amanda is the non-discretionary trust. Okay, let's go back. Where is the answer? Berapa portion tadi? The portion is not given, is it?
Given.
Do we have to refer back to this amount to determine the apportionment? Tak ada dekat information.
No need.
Ya,
No need.
so.
The portion.
Amount receive kat sini kan? So if I were to total up this, amount received 328598. So nak ya. Ni dapat mana dapat plus this one over this one. Betul lah 0.25 kat situ. So 0.375. Wah. Siapa lost dah sekarang? Ni soalan final exam To be divided between the remainder to be divided as follow: 1/3 to sister, remaining 2/3 to be divided between 2 sons as deemed fit by the trustee. Kat sini dah mention lah. Note number 4. See? New share. If you look at here, dia dah kata kat sini ni. Alright, 1/3 for the sister. So sister is, ni soalan lain. Sorry. Memanglah kat sini. Okay. So now looking back here. This one macam dapat 0.375 will be plus whatever you get over this one. Okay, 0.375. Okay, so the amount received is given, and then the statutory income, it should be E33. Because Josh is not is the discretionary. Total income 82150 based on what, yeah? Okay, I rasa the answer should be plus, anyone?
Times.
Times?
Times B31.
Yeah. So 84713 kan?
Yes.
Because it has to be based on this rather than based on the total income kat atas ni. It has to be the deemed total income. But for this one, again, it has to be B31. It pun B31. Do you get the same answer? So in this case, for amount entitled, it has to be based on total income lah. Right? So this one is total income 84713. So statutory income will be the lower. Ni kenapa merah? Tak faham kenapa dia merah. Tak warna hitam lah. But this one, amount received, they will be the lower of. So that will be 82150. But this one will be based on total income because it's non-discretionary. Okay. Jonathan, because it's an accumulation, so it's a statutory income is nil, it's not taxable. Y will be based on the annuity, which is 36,000. Because Dr. Sawa has made the computation, and then dia kira apa? Statutory income tu dia ambil balik lah. Statutory income for Trust, George and Joanne. So because this is the final question, yeah. So income of the trust is 369785. You must get from here, not the deemed income, yeah. It has to be the total income of the trust. So this one 369785. Statutory income of George, how much is George tadi kita dah decide? 82150. And Joanne is 127068. Right? Okay, then relief, because trust there's no relief, so chargeable income is the same. George, no relief because George is a non-resident person, so chargeable income is 82. But Joanne is a resident person, so we give relief of 9,000. Of course, for this question, you don't have to take into account relief their child, ada children ke, dia nak claim for the book relief ke, claim for any SSPN, whatever. No, we only give. No, it's not that we only give because we only consider relief is the 9,000. In actual, like of course, Joanne may have other relief dia boleh claim. But no, in this case, we only assume that, okay, relief available is 9,000 only. Yeah. But in actual, then Joanne may have a lot of relief that she can claim. So based on this, the tax rate for the trust is 24%. For George is 28%. Yes?
Sorry, Doctor. Your formula tu ada salah.
Sorry?
Went to formula tu ada value minus.
Oh ni ha. Okay. Kenapa? Kenapa jadi macam tu? Okay, 118 betul? Alright. So the tax rate for trust is 24%. Betul tak sekarang Weka? This one, right? Chargeable income? 127 minus 9,000. And for Joanne, the tax rate will be based on the I'm not sure. It could be first 150 tahun, tak ingat lah. But you look into the table for a resident person lah. Yeah. So kat sini and remember that ada section 110 set off because why? It starts at the trust level. So don't forget your set off 110. So how you compute 19,716 is that whatever income here, is it D44? Yalah. Whatever you have here times by 24% because 24% is the tax rate paid by the trust. Similarly for Joanne, whatever statutory income by Joanne times by the tax rate paid by the trust, 24%. Okay, so if you look at here, kat sini je dah ada berapa tick kat sini. 2, 3, 6 tick dekat sini saja ya. Okay. So how do you find trust?
Interesting.
Interesting ya, tapi in terms of practicality, I haven't done any computation for trust lah. Yeah, I haven't macam it's not like macam RPGT tu memang we will encounter that. But trust ni normally, but it's good that if you know that okay, if you were to ask to compute the tax liability of a trust, all right? So you should know that that's how it is done. Yeah. When I was I worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers before I joined as an academic. I never encountered tax computation for trust body. Yeah, I always do tax computation for corporations. Yeah, so it's a new knowledge for me also when I have to teach trust, right? I think that first year, second year I teach this subject also I made a lot of mistakes. Even today pun I have a lot of mistakes. But remember that you learn along the way, right? The more mistake you make, the better you will be, inshallah, right? Don't worry. And thank you also for your help, all right, in finalizing the answers, everything. Yeah, thank you so much. So any other question that you want to ask me? I think that we can finish the class earlier today. Okay, I want to talk about your midterm exam.
One question.
Okay, yes.
Just now the question 7, the set off, right?
Sorry?
Just now the question 7, the set off of
the set off, yes.
24%.
Yes.
The one, why is the income instead of the total income of the trust?
Why the statutory income of the trust?
It's based on 24% of statutory income. Should be times with the 975, right? The 51%. I mean, sorry.
I don't get it yet. Can you, maybe you can write it down because I can't hear you clearly. In the question got stated, right? Can you please write down your question because I can't hear you clearly.
Yes.
Tak ada tak? Tak keluar pun soalan. Tak ada
Ada total baru send.
Oh, baru send.
Ya.
Belum keluar lah. Tak ada pun?
Ada doktor.
Ada. Okay, John.
Ada.
Your set off is kenapa 369? No, the set off sekejap I compare balik. 82,150 times by 0.22. 1971. Okay, the set off tu you dah tahu You tak akan ambil macam tu sebab you akan ambil you punya set off tu, you punya statutory income ni you dah decide kat atas. Statutory income of George is 82,150. We get that? Because the statutory income here is based on deemed income, not total income. Remember we have decided that the statutory income here is based on the total income here. Total income lah. Total income here is based on deemed total income, not based on total income kat atas ni. So when your question asks for 369785, that is not the amount that we compute. We have to look back into your deemed total income. So actually because you have actually decided that, right, bila you compute benda ni, despite your statutory income kat sini ni, you have decided that is your statutory income. So whatever that amount, you times by 24% je lah. Yeah, depends on the ni lah. It's not based on the total income. That's how you do it lah. Because if you were to tax based on the total income kat sini, akan overcharge lah. Right, overtax you. Dia akan sebab kalau based kat sini, you punya statutory income will be higher. But you actually have to take into account the distributable amount and accumulation. That would be my answer. All right. Okay. So that covers your trust income, yeah? Trust, we have covered your estate, we have covered your trust. So 3 weeks dah kan? So what happened is that your estate and trust, okay, let me look into, hold on, yeah. Stop share. Let me look into, where is my, give me a minute. We can take a break for a while. Okay. Okay, can you see this now? With regard to the teaching plan, okay, we have covered your estate. We have covered your trust, and Dr. Sawa will cover your audit and investigation. So maybe this is the last class you are with me lah, yeah, officially. Because after this, Dr. Sawa will take over on tax audit and tax investigation. And then you already have done your group project and presentation. Okay, your midterm, all right, here we are proposing next week, 9th of June. Where is 9th of June? Is it next week? Monday? Or Tuesday? Sorry. Tuesday lah, next week. Is that okay? Because the topic coverage is your tax incentive based on your presentation. And I see that most of you have actually shared the presentation in the WhatsApp group, right? So the presentation actually, can I just ask, did you actually present it or you give it as a link or during the class? How was it done?
Already present.
Or presented during the class before PKP lah?
Yes.
Oh, what Okay, so I assume that everyone has learned all the topics, right? So of course, I won't be able to ask all the questions with regard to the topics. So you must be prepared lah, which one would be assessed, yeah? And I also have one question on ISC, Investment Holding Company, yeah, for your midterm exam. So your midterm exam, because it's 3 hours, so I assume that it should be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. only, 2 hours. Yeah, you don't need 3 hours for your midterm because there's only few questions. So how we are going to do is that before 11 a.m., I will give you the link, or I give you the question both in the, I give you the question in the Google Classroom as an assignment, okay? Is everyone listening now?
Yes, Doctor.
Ya, dengar ya. I will give you the question before 11 a.m. in the Google Classroom. Then whether you want, when you open, you can open that earlier. All right, whenever I give you, I will inform you in the WhatsApp as well. Maybe let's see 15 minutes before the start, before 11 o'clock or 10 minutes before that, I will put the question. So either you open the question, then you want to download or you want to open up, it's okay. But your answer must be handwritten. I want you to write your answer on a piece of paper. All right. It has to be handwritten because when you talk about online, all right, the probability of you to copy and paste from your friend is very high. It's not that I don't trust you, but because to be fair to everyone. Yeah. To be fair to everyone, to make sure that nobody actually copy other people's. Yeah. So you have to write down your answer, assuming that until 1 p.m. So the time's up. I give you 30 minutes to actually snap, all right? Or you want to scan, if you have a scanner, or you want to take photo of your answer, each page, and convert that into a PDF form. Then you submit in the Google Classroom. Is that clear?
So the 30 minutes will be
Yes. Additional 30 minutes untuk submission je lah. Maybe some other student may have difficulty kot nak snap ke apa kan. But how is it actually done in UTM, the midterm?
Usually we will do using a computer, laptop or computer, using Word or Excel. We will just transfer the file.
But
we
because
only did one midterm before.
online macam ni.
This one.
Oh, okay. So I think that I will try this method first,
It's 1 o'clock.
whereby I will give you the question 10 minutes earlier, then you have to write it down, the answers, everything, and then only you submit online. When you submit in the Google Classroom as well lah. So yeah, then I know lah siapa dah submit, siapa yang belum submit lah. Sebab I belajar pada anak I punya sekolah lah. Cikgu dia buat macam tu. So I think it works lah. Cuma kadang-kadang bila nak ambil gambar tu, kadang kertas tu nak lari sikit ke. Challenging je kat situ je lah. Alright.
Doctor, how many questions will be given?
Soalan tak buat lagi, I can answer that. But I know the topics tu kat situ. Tax incentive could be few questions lah. And investment holding company. Investment holding company, one question only lah. It could be listed company or a normal company. Ada beza kan? Listed and non-listed. How do you learn ISC sebelum ni? Is it a presentation as well? Or Dr. Hamimah taught you?
Dr. Hamimah taught us.
Oh, okay lah. So you can, if you need, you can always refer to public ruling on investment holding company. It's a good reference lah. A lot of example. I have not done any recording on public investment holding company, which I plan to do next week. Alright, so I'm sorry that you can't refer to any reference yet lah on the presentation for investment holding company. Other than that, your final exam means that it only covers estate and trust, audit investigation, tax planning. Tax planning dah cover ke belum? Corporate tax planning. I macam was informed it has not been covered. Or it has been covered except except control sales. Is it? Dia pun dah tak tahu dah. Alright, you check first, then you update me whether corporate tax planning has been covered in your lecture before.
Rasanya tax planning macam discussion je kan?
Dia ada satu topik tu dalam textbook on corporate tax planning tu.
Dia ada calculation ke?
Tak ada.
Tak ada kan?
Dia macam ada commencement date, purchase of your fixed asset, sama nak go for leasing ke, nak go for cash, ambil loan. Lepas tu tengok macam mana business and non-business. Investment versus business income. Ada tak?
I think Dr. Hamimah ada cover.
Yeah.
But in the time dia tengah ajar topik tu, dia masuk hospital.
Sakit.
Oh, that's why dia kata control sales tak cover kot.
Dia macam halfway.
Tak apalah, control sales nanti I bagi I punya YouTube link. Ataupun you boleh cari dalam punya YouTube ada control sales. Boleh? Sebab soalan tu memang akan masuk final exam tu. Ya? Kenapa ada group project dekat final ni ya? Tak apa, sebab hari tu I kata I nak discuss dengan Dr. Hamimah dengan Dr. Salwa regard to punya assessment ni, but for the time being it's like this. So nanti I check further lah dengan Dr. Hamimah, yeah, on the assessment. So for now done lah, yeah. So any other question? Kata kita boleh close our session today. Check. I think dah tapi tak complete. Adakah clear? Group relief, yes. Group relief is part of the tax planning lah. Okay. Alright, that's good. Alright, I think that's all for today. Alright, I hope to see you next time, maybe. I don't know when. Sebab Dr. Salwa will take over next week on audit and investigation. But I think that she will give you a link only. Right? Now face to face. I think so lah, but check with her again. And then individual and group project presentation. This one submitted already kan? Is it? Individual lah. Tak apa, nanti I check dengan doktor ni. Alright. So I think that's all for today. Alright, we do it for 2 hours hari ni. I think that we have discussed a lot. We hope that you have learned something on the trust. Right? As I mentioned earlier, not sure in terms of the practicality because not many trust actually. And even kalau the trust tu memang complicated lah because normally trust to business is very complex, memang big business lah. Yeah. So I think that's all for today. I thank you for your participation. I thank you for your assistance. Alright. I hope to see you again next time. Whenever I see you lah. Yeah. I will update in the WhatsApp group. And if you have any question, alright, you want to chat with me, you can always do so. Yeah. With that, I thank you again. Assalamualaikum and selamat Hari Raya. Tak habis lagi.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you.